Good morning, second period pre-calc. I'm your classroom weather reporter, Tommy Bechtel, along with my co-reporter,
Benjamin Kluger.
For today, we are going to be answering a question we have received by our very own Mr. Brownrigg. Ben, take it away.
Thank you, Tommy. The question we will be answering is, how can we effectively use data to determine whether climate change is affecting the weather?
Well, Mr. Brownrigg, we have brought in a few graphs to answer your question.
These are some graphs of the temperature change in the northern hemisphere for about the last, how would you say, 11,000 or so?
11,000-ish years, maybe?
Yes.
And also some graphs of Beijing's temperature for 1 year.
And these graphs show the highs and lows of each place in Celsius.
And have a time span of a couple thousand years and 1 year.
We also have the equations for each of these graphs and a prediction equation for future temperature change in a given area.
As you can see, for the northern hemisphere graphs, they are decently similar for each of the graphs. And for Beijing, the graphs are pretty similar too, for an exception of the second graph. I just noticed something, Ben. If these graphs are similar, doesn't that mean that the climate isn't affected?
You know, I just noticed that too. If the graphs aren't changing in an upward or downward trend, doesn't mean that it's affecting it.
That's what I was thinking.
What is that, right?
So to answer your question, Mr. Brownrigg, we used our data that we found through research and learning in class to finally determine
that climate change in these two places has not affected the weather significantly.
This has been Tommy Bechtel
and Benjamin Kluger.
Goodbye, everyone, and have a good one.